Hello, yeah, I'm selling these Rega R3 speakers here. They've been in my system now for 10 years. It's time for a replacement, an upgrade. So they've been duly upgraded. And so here are the speakers, okay? They're Rega R3s, okay? They date from the mid-2000s. I got mine in 2005. They are the Rega's budget floor stander of the time, okay? Yeah, they are absolutely gorgeous sounding speakers, okay? They've been well looked after, okay? As you can see, there are very few scratches on them at all, okay? The only slight marks on them are just some slight scuffs here and here, maybe the odd other one down the bottom, okay? But yeah, they haven't been overdriven at all or anything like that. They still work perfectly, okay? They're a 2.5 way design, which means that they have behind this grill here, which comes off, but I'm not going to take it off in the video because I've only got one hand. But they have a mid and bass unit here, which I believe is a 5-inch unit, okay? They have a tweeter down here, okay? And on the sides, they have bass panels here, okay? Which is sort of like the halfway bit, okay? That bit there, that's the 2-way, i.e. woofer and tweeter with a crossover, a very simple crossover, has to be said. Rega don't really believe in crossovers at all, but you have to have one of some description in a box speaker. The bass unit doesn't have a crossover at all. It just has a natural roll off at about 200 Hertz, so it doesn't need a crossover at all here, okay? They're ported at the front, which means that they will, I should really have dusted inside there, sorry. They're ported at the front, and that means that they will go easily against the wall if you have to accommodate them like that. They're only about 3/4 meter high, so they're very small, okay? As I say, they're a budget floor stander. You don't get a lot of wood for that. And yeah, so that's reinforcing the bass, and again it sort of points to the front, so yeah, you can put them quite close to a wall if you want to, although I wouldn't. I would give them a tiny wee bit of space, maybe about 8 inches of space maybe away from a wall, and with a little bit of space at the sides. These side units here mean that you can either make, depending on whether you make this the left speaker or the right speaker, this will face in or out. Okay, if you point them inwards, that's probably best for a smaller room. It means that the bass is not going to hit walls and start sort of creating undesirable bass traps. Okay, if you've got a larger room, you probably want to face these pointing outwards. Yeah, it gives a slight different effect, okay? So you can experiment with that with your positioning and whatnot, okay? They're a single wireable design, okay? Here are the terminals, okay? Just one set here, okay? Rega don't really believe in bi-wiring because it can quite often not really lead to much improvement, okay? Okay, I think these will probably represent quite a good bargain, because the sound from these is absolutely gorgeous, it has to be said. They will suit any kind of sort of budget medium spec system, okay? And they're a 6 ohm design, which means that any amp will find them quite an easy load to drive, okay? Rega recommend amps within the range of 30 watts RMS per channel to 100 watts RMS per channel maximum for this, okay? Although they do say with all their speakers that you can use up to 500 watts if you need to, but I would suggest that you don't, okay? A comfortable amp rated about sort of 50-60 watts per channel would be fine to drive these, maybe higher. My amp at the moment is rated nominally 72 watts into 8 ohms, 90 into 6 ohms, and it works beautifully with those. It has been, you know, these speakers, they have been, you know, my companion, and I do love them. Okay, I have got a pair of RS5s at the moment, which are slightly larger and a better speaker now, but these are still wonderful, wonderful speakers. They have a very charming and warm and laid back balance, okay, which means that you will want to turn your music up rather than turn it down. Okay, now although I'm not showing it here, I am including a length of well, 2 lengths obviously of cord silver speaker cable. I think one is a 2 meter length and one is a 4 meter length. That's only a think, okay, and I'm just chucking it in as a wee bonus. Okay, it's £6 a meter basic sort of hi-fi cable. It's not bell wire, but it's you know, if you're sort of treading the road to hi-fi nirvana, as it were, then this cord silver stuff, and I'm not even sure of the exact name of it, I can never remember speaker cables, but yeah, it's quite a revealing and detailed and quite a sort of toe tapping. It's sort of, whatever electrical characteristics it's got, it kind of emphasizes Rega's general sort of, you know, you cannot sit still or, you know, remain uncharmed by the music and by the speakers. Okay, they're really, really lovely, a really lovely sound, as I say. Yeah, and that cord silver cable will be yours as well. Okay. So that is, those are my Rega R3 speakers. Just to show you that this one still does exist around this way. Excuse my records, excuse my fingers, excuse fingers. But hopefully you should be able to see that. Yeah, that's the other side of this speaker here. Okay, and yeah, the main bodies, as I say, are well looked after. Just a tiny wee bit of scuffing at the bottom. And just round the back here. Okay, if I can get that round there, you can see there, that's the back of this speaker, and there's a tiny wee bit of scuffing there. Okay, but you know, they'll suit your lounge. They're quite an unobtrusive design here. Okay, and yeah, they do represent extremely good value, even at their starting price on eBay. Because you know, now Rega's basic speaker, they've had to sort of budget conscious, or be budget conscious, as it were, and you know, speakers have gone up a lot in price, and their budget speaker now is a floor a stand mounter, which means you'd have to buy extra stands for them, and you know, they are nearly double the price of these when they started. And that's without stands or cables. So so yeah, I hope you'll be interested in these, and I will put this video up on YouTube and link you to the auction on eBay. Okay, all right, thank you.